Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of DAY Gardening. Today we're going to be dealing with planting potatoes. So I have some red potatoes that I want to plant and show you how to plant. So before we started, I took some peat moss and I took some premium topsoil and I mixed it together in this bucket, right? So now that I got my dirt mixed very well, as you can see with the potatoes, these are red potatoes, so you can see the eyes coming up on these. So what you want to do is, you want to stick them in the ground, if you get a ground, but stick them in there. So usually with potatoes, there are two schools of thought on this. Either you can plant them whole, like I'm doing here now, or you can cut them in half. So sometimes what you will see is people will cut it in half along here, and you have two halves. So what you happen is once you cut it in half, you let it sit inside for a couple of days until the white part of the potato gets really, has a really thick skin on it, a really thick crust on it, and then from there you can plant it in there. But this today with my red potatoes, I'm gonna plant them whole because they already started to get kind of mushy and kind of break down. So that's how I'm gonna do that. So next, what I'll put in here, and it's called vegetables and tomato, and it's kind of a granule plant food. In this plant food, you will have nitrogen, phosphate, calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. So magnesium sulfate or Epsom salt. So usually with this, you just want to sprinkle it in. A lot of places, it's not called this. A lot of places, this is called, we'll say this, we'll say bone meal on it. So if you see bone meal, this is the same thing as that. So then what you want to do, you just want to kind of spread it around. So what this do is give it nutrients for it to start to break down and start to grow very healthy plants. So usually with your root vegetables, carrots, potatoes, radishes, you want phosphorus in there, so it helps to break down what's in there and help to grow very healthy potatoes or carrots or whatever you're trying to call it, whatever you're trying to grow. So next, what I'm gonna do after that I'm done here, I'm gonna add more dirt and more peat moss on top of this. And usually what happens is once it grows up, like maybe 2 or 4 inches to green stems, I will put more dirt on it, probably up to about here. People are saying now is that you really don't have to hill potatoes because once you hill them, they don't grow up. They just kind of grow out to the side or right there. So once I get the dirt maybe up to here is when I'll stop, and then we'll see what happens. Last couple of years, my potatoes have been coming out real great. I had stopped using peat moss when I was at my other place, so I'm using peat moss again. Watching some other YouTube videos, I found out about the bone meal. So I'm gonna try these different things and see how my potatoes turn out. These are my red potatoes. I also have some russets up there in the kitchen that I'll probably plant in another bin, probably another day or two. But the next video that we will do will be, I'm gonna fix this bed, put more dirt, put more peat moss, and I'm gonna start planting my onions and start planting my collards and my broccoli. So the next film will be, you'll see the onions being planted, and then probably the next video after that will probably be the broccoli and the collards. Do gardening. You know what's going on in the country right now. Having your own little backyard garden can save you a lot of stress because you can just go out to your backyard and get your food. If you like my videos, please subscribe to them. Thank you.